This is the Montagna Centre.
Hi, I'm Chris Lewis and I'm your host today. Today we'll be walking around Assumption College and looking at all the landscaped areas and how they're water efficient. Come along. Now, as you can see, these plants are really water efficient. And see this soil? It's very, very dry, but it keeps in all the moisture. Very, very water efficient, smart thinking. These plants are water tolerant and drought tolerant. That's why they're so small, but they look a treat around this garden at the Montagna Centre. You also may notice that there's the drip system that we have here. The drip system is a long pipe stretched out all along the garden with little tiny holes that drip out and feed the plants. This is a great way for the environment to cooperate with drought. This is one of the greatest inventions. Oh, I didn't see you there. Well, as you can see, I've been walking around this wonderful centre and you can't help notice the wonderful retaining walls that they've done here. Really, really simple. Just a couple of big stones and rocks and put in fabulously, just going in and around the scenery and the ground, the terrain. They've put them up just higher and higher, and it's a great way to keep it cool, keeping the shade, and it's also looks very, very nice around the whole centre. Also, you may notice these windows. They're small, they're very nice architecture, but they still let in the light, so which lights up the whole centre. Even though it looks small, it lights up the whole centre, and that means no electricity. It's great. Oh, I was just admiring the wonderful eaves around this place. Did you know they specifically built them like this just to keep the big shade, to cool them down. They cool them down when the shade, and because the sun is really, really high in the sky, they make a massive big shade, nice cool areas, and cool the whole centre down. But it keeps it hot in winter because when the sun's lower down, more heat comes through and heats up through the windows, which is a great technique. This is a wonderful architectural building and one of the best in Assumption College. Oh, there you are. I was looking all over for you. You may notice these wonderful these wonderful cloths that protect the whole area of the Montagna Centre. Also, they've got some padding for safety, but you may notice the shade cloths. They shade the whole area just to keep out the sun and make sure you don't get burnt. They're really, really a great way. They look great and they're a great way to keep the sun out, cool you down, and make a great shade for the whole thing. As you can see, they're wonderfully constructed and connected by padding and big posts. And some of these posts are textural, they're really, really good. But there's also some downers about the Montagna Centre, about the crappy drainage. Yeah, but you didn't know about that, did you? Yeah, I was just in the top. I mean, you may notice the wonderful skylight that lets it in. There's no, as you can see, there's no lights on because of this wonderful skylight. There's also some windows here that let the light in. It's really, really, really a good way it's a good way to let the light in. Oh, and also it saves energy because there is no lights on, as you can see. Look up, there's no lights. And it's a wonderful way it's a wonderful way to let light in. You may notice about the drainage here. Look, crap little circular things that don't even go anywhere. You know, when it rains here, it is absolutely shocking. This is a stupid way to this. A wonderful centre like this, no bloody drainage. It's just crap. I mean, you got down here, and there's no drainage. So that means this whole hallway, as you can see down there, will be all flooded, all clogged up. You won't be able to do anything here because it'll be all wet and crap in here. Yeah, so that's the only bad thing. The drainage doesn't go anywhere anyway. It doesn't go into pipes or anything. It's just really bad drainage around this place. But you may notice the reason why these drains just don't drain very well is because you can see this dust here. This dust represents a massive flood around here. And all this dirt drains into here, clogs it up, and that means the drain is slow. If you can see in here, all muck and crap are in here. It doesn't even look like it's going anywhere because it's really, really, really bad. And the dust, see this dust? That can clog up as well. Very, very bad. Also, with the drainage, it's all flat. This whole area is flat. So you can see that nothing's going to drain through because it's all just stagnant water. It's not going to drain. It's not going to drain this. So, yeah, it's just a bad area. As you can see, I've been wandering around this garden and I can't help but notice these wonderful drought-tolerant plants. They are a fine plant. They're almost type like a like polar grass, but they are very drought-tolerant and they can survive for up to days on end. As you can see, some of these ones are a bit dead, but the rest of it is just lushing green. It is a very, very nice plant. Also, you'd notice the soil here. Also, you'd notice these plants here. Hang on. Almost these plants. They're all drought tolerant and they're they look alright. They look alright. They're no prickles or anything. They're drought tolerant. They'll last a couple of days.
Hi, I'm Andrew. Now, if you direct your gaze up here, you can see these windows in the music room. They're high up and they face eastward, meaning that they capture the morning sun. Also, because of their height, they have the same effect as a window with eaves. In the winter, lots of light enters and warms up the area. In the summer, not as much enters and it stays cooler.
You may notice that these wonderful textured wonderful cases to put your instruments in. They're great and modern. Just to put all your stuff in, they fit in well with the great music centre, and also they look absolutely great. Out of the Kenneth Wing, our Year 9 Centre. You may notice it is a very, very old building and much different to the Montagna Centre. First of all, they've got big drains, not like the Montagna Centre. These big drains are very, very good because they get all the water down and out and there's no floods. Come on. As you can see, our classroom is much different to the Montagna Centre. You notice, no blinds. That means we have to have lights on all day. That's using up heaps of energy if they're on 6 hours each day. Also, you may notice there's no aircon, so we have to try and cool ourselves down. But we can't because there's no bloody blinds. And this is a very, as you can see, the roof is meant to be concrete, but it still is heat. The big windows, The light comes in from the windows, heats
And no
up the
blinds.
room.
No blinds.
No blinds whatsoever around here. Just a ridiculous classroom in this. But it is different to the Montagna Centre. Shut up!
Shut up, Chris.
And
Just don't be like that. That's just
Try a video here.
say that. So maybe you should do it somewhere where there are people.
you're not filming it,